It is early. I woke up at like 4:45 and couldn't go back to sleep. Anyway, it's still before 6 and the sun comes up around 6:45, so I'm gonna head down to the beach, maybe do a sunrise painting and catch the sunrise. Okay, I'm out here on the beach setting up the paint. It's still dark, but I can see the sun getting ready to come up over there. There's some beautiful clouds. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. There is absolutely nobody on this beach. I'm really kind of surprised. Tybee Island is a tourist spot, so I figured there'd be a few people walking the beach to see the sunrise this morning. It's just beautiful to be out here by myself. All right, I'm gonna set up because that sun's coming quick.
So I wanted to get my base down. I wanted to get as much paint on the canvas as possible because I knew that the light was going to be fleeting. The problem was that I didn't think about how dark it was going to be when I started. So I started trying to mix paint and put it on the canvas before I could see what I was mixing or what I was doing.
It is pretty cool standing here with my feet in the sand while I paint, but I can't really see what I'm doing. I can't mix colors. This is a lot more challenging than I thought because I can't see the colors I'm mixing. I guess I wasn't prepared for this. And the mosquitoes out here are crazy. I did not anticipate mosquitoes biting my legs like this. This is probably gonna be terrible, but figure it out when I have more light. People are starting to move. I see people on the beach in the distance. A few different couples walking.
And I wasn't sure when the light finally would shine on the canvas if it was going to actually be good or if I was wasting my time. But slowly the light started to come and I could see a little bit more of what I was doing. I started to put in some lights. The sky started to change and there was an orange glow coming from behind the clouds. And so I just wanted to capture that. Lightening the sky a little bit. As the sun is coming up, the sky is getting lighter and lighter, and trying to get a little bit more color infused into the painting. Just adding a little bit of blue to the water here. I want to give the appearance that the light is coming around the clouds and hitting the water, but there's still places on the water that the light is not touching as much. So it's a little bit darker in the water, especially right in front of that big cloud formation. Still trying to infuse a little bit more color and put a little bit of white water coming up on the shore. I'm noticing that the sky is still a little bit too dark. Putting in more saturation in the blues. A little bit more color in the clouds as well. And I'm realizing that some of the cloud is just a bit too dark.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
I'm sorry, I didn't even get your video.
Oh, you're fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I couldn't sleep last night. I woke up at 4:45 in the morning, couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, I'm gonna go catch sunrise. I'm just doing this right here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the light's changing, so this was a few minutes ago. It changes so fast, but I'm working on it. Oh, thanks. I still gotta put in the pier over there and everything. Yeah. Have a good day. Something I didn't anticipate is there is, like, I don't know if it's sand floating in the air or what it is, but there is little dust particles that keep getting on this painting, and it's driving me crazy. I guess that's just going to be part of the painting, right? I think some of them are little bugs.
Trying to get a little bit of a hint of, I guess you could say wet sand, but just like sand that is a little bit colored differently than the dry sand. Trying to put a little bit of highlights on the water, but I don't want too much because the sun is not completely up, so obviously there's not going to be a lot of highlights in the water. But I do want to give this appearance that the water is moving. There was a moment as I was painting that the sun began to creep up a little bit closer to the clouds.
Just lit on fire, man.
And it started to light the clouds on fire, just like a ring around the clouds. So the light was being blocked by the big cloud formation, but there was like a silhouette of light around the clouds, and it was beautiful. Here's the moment where everything became worthwhile. Everything changed.
Look at that. Try to get a little bit of that orange in the backlighting the cloud here. So beautiful. So beautiful. God's creation is amazing.
And it really only lasted for a few minutes. And that's why it's so important that you paint on location to catch those magical moments, because it's really, that moment is what ended up bringing the painting to life and made it worthwhile. It made it worth all the effort. Thinking ahead and getting the base of the painting down and ready for that moment was crucial. So I'm really happy I started painting in the dark. It enabled me to catch that magical moment and be at the right place in the painting to catch it. So the cloud formation has changed.
How amazing is this scene?
And I'm not going to try to chase a different type of cloud. I'm not going to try to change the whole painting and change the form. But what I've decided here is I like the effect that's happening in the sky. So how do I take that effect of the clouds being backlit and apply it to what I already have on the canvas? And so that's what I'm after as I start to paint the silver lining. It's actually a golden lining in this case around the clouds. I really wasn't sure how this sunrise painting was going to go. I'd never done it before, and quite frankly, I thought maybe it would come out bad, but I enjoyed myself. It was amazing to hear the waves as I was painting. It was amazing to be able to smell the sea air and have my feet in the sand. So I really enjoyed myself, and I'm glad I did it. And actually, it turned out to be a painting that I really like. There's something simple and sweet about it. So now I'm putting in some really bright oranges, just splashes and spots of it. I don't want it to overpower the painting. I don't want it to take it over and then all of a sudden the entire painting is just an orange sky. I want it to be just enough that it draws you in to want to look at the painting closer, and it is perhaps even a little bit exaggerated from what I was seeing. And I think that's okay because that's what I wanted to highlight. That's the part that I wanted to really stand out. And so in those moments where you know you've got something magical happening, why not push it in just the right places? But if you overdo it, you can also kill the painting because then it's not special anymore. So there's a balance there that needs to be made. And I think I actually did okay with reaching that balance. And so this spot right there, that's where the sun was the strongest. So I put some extra white and orange in that spot. Now I'm just painting the pier, just a very small amount of detail. The entire painting is really not detailed. There's only one little point of detail in the painting, and that is the pier. Of course, I didn't want that to take away from the focus of the painting. The painting is not about the pier, it's about the sunrise.
So this painting took about an hour. It's my first plein air painting of a seascape or a beach. It's my first plein air painting of a sunrise. Sun is up and the scene has drastically changed, but I tried to catch things as they happened. I tried to catch the magic. I put a lot of orange, pink, and purple, even some emerald in the water here. For my first beach painting and my first sunrise painting, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna go into Savannah today and find something to paint. I'm gonna call this one finished and move on to the next one.